Coffee.
Popsicles.
Banana pancakes.
Asparagus.
Bananas come up pretty frequently, don't they?
Well, I said banana peppers, but banana pudding.
It's a funny fruit.
Banana bread. Banana bread.
Banana.
Banana bread. Okay, so you said that you had an announcement that you wanted to make before we get started.
I do. What's going on in the background? Though?
Hey, Emma, could you mute your mic for a moment?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Erin.
Okay, so to the exactly one person that watches us, hi. And to everybody else, just because I'd love if everybody could show a little support. So I got to take part in a pre-recorded show with Hallowed Haven Studios. That is actually not why I wore this shirt. I just wore it because it was comfy.
Coincidence.
It's called the Nowhere Histories. It's a tabletop game that uses a conglomeration of The Lady Afterwards and Cultist Simulator. But it will start airing next Friday, the 8th. I'm not sure what time. I'll try to get back to you. But yeah, so it's just me and a few other people that did. I think they did like 8 sessions, maybe. Sessions.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's a little spooky. But it was a lot of fun, and we got like custom art made and everything.
Cool.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Nice.
Oh my god! I got to see the first draft of the teaser of the trailer, like the intro, and I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty! Why is my character first? Well, I mean after the DM.
That's funny.
Yeah, you'll get to hear me do a very bad accent.
Awesome.
Check it
Well,
out.
if you have a link, we can put it in the description.
It will. I don't know if they're going to be doing it on their Twitch or just putting it on YouTube. But
Okay.
yeah, Hallowed Haven Studios.
Hallowed Haven.
They mostly do like World of Darkness and stuff like that.
Spoopy.
Yeah.
All right. So, for heroic inspiration, is anyone capable of recapping us on what the hell we were doing last time? And I don't mean the one.
You don't know?
And I don't mean the one shot.
You don't know?
I had a single question written down on my notepad here, and so I know where we are. I'm just giving you guys the opportunity to speak up and see if anyone remembers. Other than me.
It's been 84 years.
No.
84 years. Anyone?
Also,
We had just basically wrapped up and we're fixing to be on our merry way,
Yeah.
but I can't remember the details.
you had a good explanation.
No.
Was that what we were really doing?
I mean, could be.
We all did our thing.
Okay, so
Depending on
from what I remember,
No, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I just thought what you said.
we
was funny.
several of us had broken off and gone to party with our respective SOs or potential SOs or one night stands.
Some
Some of
There
us,
wasn't the shadow fight last time too?
some of us were playing Go Fish.
and
Yeah,
some
the
of us were playing Go Fish, but
Yeah, the
basically
shadow
we
fight
were
was last
kind
time,
of
Okay.
reveling in the fact that we had just defeated Who's or What's It, and
Endolin.
yeah, that one. And we were preparing to start our journey to the castle. What's the name of it?
The Palace of
Palace
Heart's
of
Desire.
That's the one. In which we will be going to fuck a Jabberwock.
Or get fucked by a Jabberwock. Well, I guess it's transitive.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to work one way or the other, right?
I mean, if you fuck a Jabberwock, the Jabberwock is also fucking you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it works
so-
both ways, I guess.
So, like that's what I remember.
Very good. All right. Jake gets inspiration.
He don't need it.
Don't forget to use it.
I'm sorry to remind you.
I
Write
knew
it
that.
down. This is the first time that I received inspiration.
And here, I just wanted to hear you say we're gonna fuck a Jabberwock. I didn't mean to put
Everyone
you on
wants to hear him
spot.
say that.
I didn't mean
Not everyone wants to do it, but everyone wants to hear him say
put
it.
you on the spot for doing the recap. I'm sorry.
Well done.
Ah, here we go. Chainmail of lightning resistance. So we did get this baked into. Okay, that's what I need to see. Sorry.
You're
Emma.
gonna need
Inspiration.
that.
Yes,
I know a
exactly.
lot of people got a lot of goodies. So remember that.
Yes.
You got a lot of goodies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Valena actually became a goodie, I think.
I became a goodie
Yeah,
too.
the
Yes.
horse hammer.
Not to be confused with a goody two shoes, but I do have good shoes.
Mr.
That's
Goodboy.
all very confusing.
You've got very jumpy shoes, I think.
Yeah. I also have sinus pressure, and I apologize if I start going.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
I
no.
apparently have what is called the Rune of Thum.
Yes. The Rune of Thum.
Thum on you. No, Thum on me,
It's
actually.
like a cross between thunder and doom. Thum.
Ah.
Thunder doom!
I got
Oh my God,
like
she's
light
a-
up tattoos.
She's like Thor, except for when he was old and bitter and only had one eye because his eye had been cut out too.
What are you saying? exactly?
She's more like chibi She-Hulk Thor.
Are you saying she's old and better?
I'm just saying that's what Thum would imply to me.
Oh, okay.
Because he was kind of a dick then too.
Mm.
I think he's saying you're a dick.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Old
you're going to
and
need that inspiration, I guess.
better. That's what she meant, apparently. Yeah.
Nice.
Ladies and
All
gentlemen,
right.
my boyfriend.
Very good. Hey, so the last
Anybody want to borrow this shovel?
thing that I remember was our intrepid cleric Wexley had beseeched his goddess
To set something on fire.
he handles that
That's
himself.
not her thing. That's my thing.
And that's not his goddess, that's just his instructor, his mentor.
To be frank, his goddess probably beseeches him constantly not to set things on
Yeah,
fire.
Stare is like all about inspiration and self-improvement. But I think he's taking the metaphor of strengthening gold and fire a little bit far lately. Yeah. But no, the question that he had that we left off with last time was,
Oh,
how do we freeze Zabilna? That was your question, correct?
that's right.
No, it wasn't actually.
Well, then how was your question?
I believe that the question was that I had asked was,
Did you write it down?
what are we up against when we arrive?
I don't remember that question. I actually wrote down, how do we freeze Zabilna?
That was going to be the next
It
one.
was
No, that was
roughly,
you'd already asked one, and we were
Yeah.
gonna ask the other one. That was gonna be the other one you were gonna ask.
I
yeah.
thought the first question you asked was where to find the Vorpal blade.
That.
That was
Yeah.
going to be
No,
the
that's what I
next
suggested, but it's not what he asked.
It's what
Okay,
I
well
believe.
the one that I actually wrote an answer to was how do we freeze Zabilna?
one. Okay, well, that's the one that I'm going to be casting
Because
next.
the other one was already asked.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
already
okay.
got
Well,
the
that's what I was
answer.
talking about. I was talking about the next question you're asking.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Eh,
So their next question was how do we freeze Zabilna? So I wrote up an answer. When one crowned with celestial beatitude touches her person with their inspiration, speak her true name and she shall awaken.
Can I get that again?
Oh shit.
Can I get that in writing?
I mean,
Can you put that in the Discord?
I have a keyboard here, so yes.
That's gonna be easy. Her real name is Zabilna, right?
That's what you would like to think, wouldn't it?
Oh
Let's
no.
Well,
NPCs and notes.
I wasn't aware that my it sounded that way.
Steora's answer.
Is anyone else thinking of the AI of the house from Eureka?
Wait, what?
Also voiced by a gentleman voicing a woman.
What are you saying?
That's too obscure a reference for me. I don't.
You never seen Eureka?
No.
There's a TV
Oh, a
show.
couple episodes.
That you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah,
It
the
was
voice
good.
of the house that he lived in.
Apparently, I don't remember that well.
Well, it was
That came over.
the AI that runs the house was actually created by a character that's in the show, and it's his voice, but it was meant to be as feminine sounding as he could make it. I actually did not realize that until partway through, because I didn't get to see the first season. I guess I came in towards the end. But yeah.
Hey, while we're kind of on a lull here, I would like to take a moment and thank
Oh, no.
Michael for literally everything that he does to keep us all on track
Yep,
and help us
Yeah.
out.
yep. It's like herding cats. Herd, H-E-R-D, not H-U-R-T.
Thousands of
What? I
hours
couldn't hear
and
you.
dollars invested in technology.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get you, sir.
Let's see.
Much appreciated.
This was Augury or Communion?
Divination.
Divination.
Oh, so I got my this happened a while back. My boss finally acknowledged that my cat is gray and not black. In most pictures, she thinks she looks darker, so she's like, I don't like black cats. I'm like, she's not a black cat, she's a gray cat.
All right, I have pasted it in the NPCs and notes
Yay.
channel. So
Thank you.
If you wish to read that over and
Do
you want to ask any further questions, you'll have to cast the spell again, I guess.
Yeah, that was going to be the intent because I understood
So,
it was
it
going
took-
to be about a 2-day journey.
Yeah, it was a 2-day journey.
Sing a song,
So-
yes, the travel song.
All right, so after asking that question and getting that answer, was there something else that you had wanted to ask on the second day of travel?
Where do we find the blade?
Yeah, where we found a vorpal blade.
I thought we answered that one already.
Oh, the other one we asked was, what were we up against or
Yeah,
something?
what kind of resistance will we find once we arrive?
Was the other one?
That
Which
was
was
the one
answered.
that was answered.
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, that
Okay.
one was answered.
All right, let me find the vorpal blade in here again.
He's got it. It's with him. He got it. We found it. We
Oh
win.
no!
The DM has it. Look.
The DM has everything.
Get him.
Oh, always did.
Mhm.
All right, let's see here. Oh, I don't have any music playing. What a terrible, terrible
Celestial
thing.
beatitude.
I wondered what was different.
Beatitude.
Well, John's not here for
Beat
one.
it too.
Yeah.
Well,
He said attitude.
well,
Yeah.
I think that means pickle, right?
Excuse me.
Could be.
I mean, that's what I'm gathering.
With celestial.
That's she's
Pick-
the
Ah!
Witchlight princess.
I mean, it might have something to do with the with our unicorn girl, maybe. I'm just saying.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
was thinking too.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Not
Let's see.
to
Oh yeah,
take
you
away
was
from
celestial.
All right, where the hell?
Everybody's picking on Pickle today. Why?
Why? I'm not picking on pickle.
There
I know
was-
better.
there was somebody in support of-
You literally can't spell pickle without pick. It's
Yes.
impossible.
No, you're
How
wrong.
dare you say things that are entirely true?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
You also can't spell pickle without lick, but that's another matter.
Okay, all my tabs are asking me except cookies. I don't want to do that. All right. To the
That
palace
was
of
not
house
the best thing
desire.
to do when I've got sinus pressure
Blowing the
going on.
palace.
Oh my god.
There's no notes. Oh, there it is. That's a note. Oh, that's not the notes I want.
Easy through music going.
Oh my gosh, the new Dragon Age movie game came out yesterday and I want it. I want it. I want it. I just
I'm still
can't-
waiting to see what everyone has to say about it. I have a friend that's playing it right now, and she is. It seems like her take is that it's pretty mediocre compared to Baldur's Gate. So
I don't care about it in comparison to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is
yeah,
about
same.
That's true.
Like, I don't care. I love this the series and I want it. And everybody I know that I'm on a Dragon Age roleplay site, and legitimately every one of them is playing the game. And it's like, man,
Yeah, Kelsey's
So
the
this
same
is
way. She
interesting.
wants to play really bad.
All right.
I can't afford
What's
it.
interesting?
All right, so the answer. So you're asking about where the vorpal blade is, correct?
Yes, the whereabouts. A vorpal blade. Didn't say the.
Okay. So the answer is
The nearest one.
that the blade which Sibilna treasures above all else vanishes from my sight when it enters her vault.
So it's in the vault.
Likely.
Or it
whose
could have just
vault-
been that it said that it entered the vault. Maybe it exited somewhere else. I don't know.
Well, hang on a second.
Hard-
It vanishes
hard to say.
from my side. Who said that? Whose vault?
That was
That
was
would
his,
be my goddess,
yeah. So
Steora.
Oh
So-
my
so
goodness.
it's like carrying a sword around. La 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 la. Walk up to vault. Oh, I cannot detect it anymore. It is not to be found.
Who was the name of the person's vault?
Something, possibly.
The
Vilna's vault.
There's so many people. There's a bill in this vault.
I have problems.
Hell in the palace.
In which
Where?
palace?
The Vilna's
The
one we're
palace.
going
I mean,
to.
yes, the witch's palace.
Okay, the one we're going to.
I feel like
Well, we've already looked in this vault, and I didn't see no vorpal blade.
I feel like I've stepped into the court jester. Like the chalice
Hey,
in the palace.
get your foot out of Harley's ass.
It's 30K, excuse you.
So we just killed who?
Endlin
Third.
Moongrave,
And Lynn.
also
Zabilna-
known as the Bitter End or Creeping Lynn.
Who did we just murder? I can't remember.
We-
There's been so much murder. It's hard to keep up. I know. It's
It is,
hard.
it is hard to keep up because there's so many people.
Who are we murdering next is the real question.
Jabberwock.
Jabberwock, yeah.
You can
Well,
certainly try.
We need to make friends with it first. That's the way we do
Oh,
it.
we make friends with it and then we murder it.
Are we
This
Maybe?
is the way.
We know who the bait is.
We didn't technically make friends with Endolin. We just kind
We put on the show for her.
of. That doesn't mean we were
Earned her
friends.
trust.
I mean, yeah, you guys kind of did earn her.
Yeah.
You earned her esteem, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But,
Deception is a great tactic.
Oh, so we could kill her.
I mean, I know that.
We are a bunch of rogues, a bunch of backstabbers, I tell you.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's combat strategy. Deception.
Weighs heavy
It is
on
definitely.
Venus'
It's well. It's
I'm
definitely
sure
some
it
sort of a
does.
strategy.
That's why he drinks.
All right.
That's
So
why you-
after 2 days of travel along like beanstalk routes and other interesting things, and Wixley has his finger up again. I don't know. What are you doing now?
How close are we to the castle?
You're after this next long rest. You're arriving.
Okay. Before we get there, that's clairvoyance.
Okay. So in the morning, you're going to cast clairvoyance. Then.
Yes. Yes, I will be down a spell slot for that one. Yes.
All right. Very good.
Did you give
Let me read over his clairvoyance just so that we're on the same page.
I don't know what my rune of doom does.
Put it all
As
on.
long as
Didn't I
you might
put it
have
all on your
changed.
character sheet?
No, did not.
Well, your online character sheet.
Murder
No, wait, I
horror.
put it in Discord.
Oh.
I put it in Discord. It's in Discord. It's like the
Which
post.
one?
It's in. It's
This
immediate.
one.
It's the one
This one right
immediately
here.
before the answer that I gave to Wexley's question.
I'm playing a joke that he would make.
Yeah, just open up Discord on your phone and look in there. You'll see that all of its stuffs. There's much stuff. I spent a while typing.
So I got it looked up for 5e. I don't have 22.
Claire.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll see if they're any different. I don't think they're different.
I'm going to read mine, okay?
We could read at the same time and.
Let's not.
All right, so I'll just copy and I can read this. You create an invisible sensor within range in a location familiar to you, a place you have visited or seen before, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees.
Which will be where mine will be.
Yeah, the intangible, invulnerable sensor remains in place for the duration. When you cast a spell, choose seeing or hearing. You can use the chosen sense through the sensor as if you were in its space. As a bonus action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that sees the sensor, such as a creature benefiting from see invisibility or true sight, sees a luminous orb about the size of your fist, which in your case is kind of small.
That's fair.
Is that the same as it has in the...
Relatively, yes. 10 minutes. Casting time.
Duration.
Range 1 mile. Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Okay.
There's slight condensed wording that means the same thing, though. So.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So, you guys are going to be arriving at the palace. forthwith. Let me find the description. House of First Desire. Arriving at the palace.
Hmm.
Okay.
Poison.
A twilight palace emerges dreamlike from the clouds. A great marble tower, ringed by delicate spires, casts its shadow over the rooftops below. Another tower teeters nearby, torn from its foundations and held aloft by a coiled beanstalk. Monstrous vines cling to the palace walls and choke the promontory of rock on which it perches. As you survey your surroundings, you hear hundreds of birds suddenly burst from the canopy of the ancient forest below you and scatter in all directions. Moments later, a much more fearsome creature erupts from the forest, a sinewy pale green dragon that takes to the skies and flies towards the palace. Its mighty wings carry it to great heights, but once above the palace, it drops like a stone and vanishes from sight behind the palace's high walls.
Did you say a green dragon?
I mean, a Jabberwock is a dragon, and it is green in color, so yes.
I was not aware that it was considered dragon. Well,
Yes.
that answers that question.
It definitely
Was the one
is.
in the box a baby Jabberwock?
I don't think so.
Okay, it was just a green.
It's
don't think
basically a
so.
nightmare of a dragon.
No, the eyeballs are dead.
Oh, I don't actually have a tab open for Roll20 at present. How the hell that happened? I don't even know. Witchlight power activate!
Is there anything else I wanted to switch out?
Okay, so at this point, at what point did you want to cast your clairvoyance?
When we're within a mile.
Okay, yeah, you're within a mile,
Yeah.
I'd say at this point. Let me get the party star on this map, and then I will switch you over.
So how are we getting there? Just kind of curious.
You guys have basically been walking along beanstalks and moats of earthen terrain that are suspended in midair from the tendrils of this beanstalk, as well as in some cases they're simply floating on top of clouds, much like this entire palace seems to be doing. So this palace, it looks like it's kind of floating atop clouds, and you can see forests and mountains and all sorts of other cool stuff down below you.
Awesome.
So you're way up there.
In the Hallelujah
How do you
Mountains.
jump?
Don't do it. Don't jump.
I'm gonna go and spit over the side.
You spit
thinking
over the
like-
side, and it
Picture.
It-
His
that is-
terminal velocity
yes.
evaporates.
yes, pretty much. All right, let's force you guys there.
Dude.
All right, so there you are.
And to really be high.
So
Is this
you are
like-
you are just outside the front gates of the palace. You can see that ivy clings to a set of silvery gates embedded in the palace's outer wall. A luxuriant garden can be seen behind the bars of the gates. That's Diwali fireworks.
Sounds like somebody's thumping on your wall.
I mean, it kind of is about the same thing, yeah, pretty much.
They're mostly noise too.
Yeah. So, what would you guys like to do?
Those gates closed here.
If you'd like to walk up and examine them, you should be able to determine that.
What's the nature of the palace walls and that sort of thing? Is it stone? I mean, I'm looking for defenses, parapets, arrow slits, guard posts.
Let me see if I can expand the sight line of your party star so you can see a little bit more. Dynamic lighting.
Who's aiming a bow and
Vision.
arrow at?
Vision distance.
I'm gonna go take a look at the gate.
Let me try to change this to 120.
If somebody starts talking about grinding bones to make
Yeah,
bread,
that's-
make it out.
Okay, so we're talking about just sheer drop off.
Yeah, there's a sheer drop off on the sides.
Pickle does not like this.
So
Let me
okay.
switch this map. It's pretty bright
Are
here,
you
so
not
let me just
riding
switch
on the
this.
paladin's shoulders now?
Not at the freaking beanstalk.
Let me just try adjusting this map to daylight mode because there's no good reason why I shouldn't just be able to see everything.
Daylight moving.
Have to do them all.
Okay, so
Come, Mr. DM, show us the map.
yeah. All right, so
You can
looking
go
through
ahead,
looking through the bars of the gates, you can see that there's a huge garden here. In the very center here, what is that? That looks interesting. It's there's a bunch of men here, so like standing stones in the center here. There appears to be a pavilion of some sort here with a bunch of people talking, one of which appears to be a talking bear. They're lounging around a picnic table. There's a bridge or a weir further over here, and then a large parapet in the distance here, and a taller wall flanked with towers at either end over in the distance here. And then further above that, there's an extremely tall tower here that looks like it's got several smaller ancillary towers buttressing it. And the weirdest thing is, over to the east of that is a tower that looks like it was ripped free by giant vines. And it's just sort of hanging in the air, kind of cockeyed, about a 20-30 degree angle from level. But yeah, so this place looks like it's a decent size. That is what she said.
Any guards at the gate or anything?
I think the people
So,
in the pavilion are
if you want to
friendly.
approach the gate, you can feel free to perceive or investigate as you so prefer.
Okay.
Are these people sitting around here?
Yeah, there's a number of people sitting around there.
Now just take a look at the gate. I'll investigate it.
I wonder if they're friendly.
Okay, go ahead and roll either perception or investigation as you
Yeah,
prefer.
they both suck, so...
Or we could have our rogue do that.
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
I mean, our rogue.
Emmett, you are unmuted now, right?
I am, right? Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a little bit of perception. I'll do that.
Yeah, so I don't know if our rogue wants to examine the gate or if he's
Yeah,
just...
I was just getting ready to see if we were done examining, but yeah, I was going to get
Sorry.
All right, so you can feel free to perceive or investigate as you prefer.
Okay.
Guidance.
I think I'll investigate because it looks like Zalric's got perception down in spades.
Okay.
Actually guided you.
Whoops. 11.
11.
Did you use guidance?
Oh, have I been guided? Okay.
Yes.
12.
You're doing great.
I'm doing great.
Well, let me see what I can do.
I'm just perceiving. I just got a 21 and just perception, perceiving the gate.
Okay, so as
Definitely a gate.
as Pip and Zalric are looking over this, you don't notice any sort of traps or anything like that. It's a double gate, approximately 20 feet tall. The hinges and everything else look like they're in good repair. Zalric, the gate looks like it's silver, but you can tell that it's actually silver plating over iron, just based off of like how it reverberates and whatnot when you knock on it.
Yeah.
The wall encircling the garden is 40 feet high, and it looks like it should be pretty easy to climb the walls because of all the ivy and vegetation clinging to them. But what you notice, Zalric, is there's a small bronze plaque that's embedded in a flagstone at the base of the gate. And the plaque bears an inscription in Elvish that reads, "The lion or the hart must wear the crown, but which one should weigh it down?" The lion or the hart must wear the crown, but which one should it weigh down?
Lion, like the animal.
Yes, spelled Lion,
Okay.
and the other one is spelled Hart.
Like the bun bun.
So we did give some advice. Anger
A-R-
not the lion nor the heart. They can open the way.
Hey, hang on a second. Did you say Hart? No E?
Correct.
All right, I'll convey that to the party. And tell them.
Okay.
So, what did we find for traps, guys?
No traps. You found no traps.
Yeah, no traps. Who would be the lion?
We did get a couple of names.
Unlocked.
Yeah.
So you touch the gate.
Mhm.
You touch it, and it swings
Yeah.
open effortlessly.
Well, that answers one question.
Mm-hmm.
Have we been
Touch the gate.
this group? Now, who do you think touched the gate?
They don't seem to be paying much attention to you guys quite yet. No.
All right.
All right, let's go in.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll go in.
You guys proceed in an inward-like manner. The scents of roses, cowslips, and hyacinths suffuse this vast garden. Ahead, a ring of standing stones rises from the flower beds. Glittering streams divide the garden and connect with a large pond shaded by willows. The garden is silent save for the sounds of music and voices coming from a colorful pavilion by the front gate.
Do we want to say?
Yeah, I'm going to say hi to him.
Take a
Alrighty.
quick gander at the pavilion.
Walking
So-
right after him so you don't get in trouble.
All right, so you guys wander on over to the pavilion. 7 guests, one of which is a talking bear, lounge around a picnic table covered with an emerald green cloth and laden with cakes, teapots, teacups, and cutlery.
I know this story.
2 of the guests are motionless and silent, but the others are engaged in spirited conversation. At the back of the pavilion, a string quartet of badger minstrels plays delicate chamber music.
They don't go.
Badger barks.
They don't give
Badger,
up.
badger,
What's the,
That's true.
and what's the big beast?
That's a bear, right?
Yeah, that is a bear. I will zoom in for you if you like.
What to do? What
I'm
what
going
are
to
the
say-
two that are not moving?
I'm going to walk up to the group and say, good day. What a lovely feast that you have here. What's the occasion?
Let's see. So, I'm just reading through the people here to decide who will answer. One of them, it looks like an aristocratic elf, sees you, and he rises from his seat and raises a goblet to you, and he says, it's good to see another of our kind. I see you have your retainers with you. He says, I am Lord Eld. I hail from the world of Earth. And where might you and your friends be from?
So, I am Benito, and I am from the, I won't say Prometeor plane, I don't think that applies here. What's it called here?
Elsamar is the world you're from.
Elsamar. Okay. And I'm from Elsamar. And we're come to view your beautiful gardens.
He says, well, we are actually all awaiting an opportunity for an audience with Sibilna, but it seems that she is indisposed, so we've been here for some time, waiting for her to make an appearance, and in the meantime, enjoying the hospitality of the palace.
How long have you been waiting?
You don't get out much,
He looks at some of the other guests,
Time's a weird.
and there's another person who looks like a noble. This one looks like a noble woman, and she's dressed kind of flamboyantly. Like her outfit has what looks like some brass gears on different parts of it. She's wearing a top hat with lots of feathers coming out of it, and she looks up and she's holding a quill, but it doesn't look like it's come from any sort of bird that you've ever seen before. It seems to be half made of metal, actually. But she says, I'm Megera Devalzi, from the world of Eberron. She says, I've been taking copious notes on our conversation whilst we've been here. She flips back through the book that she's on, and then you realize that she's got a whole nother stack of books underneath the one that she's currently been writing in, that she's about halfway through. And she says, we've been here for some time, to be honest. I think we've lost track. And then she says, oh dear. And she leans over and she starts picking up some journals more journals that she appears to have dropped on the ground.
So, what time is it?
Says, well, it appears to be.
I'm trying to ascertain that for myself.
You're looking around. It looks like it's about 4 or 5 p.m. It's the shadows are longish, but it looks like if you're back in the prime material, it looks like it'd be about maybe an hour or two before sunset.
Yeah, totally got time to eat there.
Yeah.
Who is the host?
He says,
I'm gonna move you over to the bear.
so let's see, the bear.
The bear's the host?
Blair.
I'm taking a look.
I'm gonna casually approach the bear.
Don't poke the bear.
As you approach the bear, you hear him go, oh, excuse me, and he just uses his claws to brush some crumbs off of his belly. He says, my name is Bodger. I'm not actually a bear. Well, I mean, I am a bear, but there was there was a situation with a Nereid who seemed to take exception to the fact that I was eating trout swimming in a stream because oh gosh, why would a bear eat trout it finds in a stream? Oh no. Anyway, she took exception to this and decided to bless me with intelligence. So here we are. Anyway, I'm just here for the pastries and the honey, and hopefully to get this curse broken.
You don't want to be intelligent?
I don't.
Oh, it's such a burden. I don't know how any of you two legs can deal with this.
It is quite unbearable.
I really haven't noticed.
He looks up at you and furrows his brow. He says, yes, quite.
So who is the host here?
Presumably Zabilda.
So you've been here a long time. Who is providing the food? Who is providing the quarters? Who's in charge here?
Well,
That's rough.
the... It says there were some representatives who would come and go from time to time. A trio of hags, but we haven't seen them in a while.
We're probably not going to see them for a while.
No,
I don't think you're going to see them again, unfortunately.
So are you a guest, or is this where you're stuck, or?
Oh well.
Can you tell me about your curse?
He says, well, I'm not a magic user myself, but she cast some sort of enchantment on me, and the next thing I knew, I could understand words.
Did you understand any of her words about a release?
No, it was mostly yelling at me to get out of her stream and quit eating her pet fish.
Ooh.
She said something about koi, but trout, salmon, I don't know. They all look the same to me.
So what can you tell us is around here What can you tell us is around here?
Well, there's plenty. There's a bunch of stones over there that are good for scratching your back on. There's a metal lion in that tower over there.
Where is he pointing? Here?
That seems important.
No, there. I don't know.
No, there's a metal lion in that tower over there.
Okay.
And in the one opposite it is a metal stag.
Ah, I see.
So they're interesting. Let's see, there's a rose garden in here. I found an axe somewhere, but I didn't have much interest in that.
I remember something about some poetry about a lion and a heart. A stag. Heart's another name for a stag, isn't it?
I want to ask the
Let's see, there's
the elf. Where is this? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a few others here who've taken notice. You notice that one of the people sitting there is a headless dwarf.
Oh my god.
Headless dwarf.
Yeah, there's a headless dwarf
He's probably not
who's one of the
very
guests at the table.
Does he have his head with him, or is it just the body?
No, it's just the body.
No, okay.
Guys, don't be insensitive. He's cranially deficient. Okay.
And he when you say that, he stomps his foot once.
I meant no offense, friend. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to stare, dude.
He just holds up his hands like this, and then folds his arms. So it seems like he can actually hear you.
That's a good trick.
Mm-hmm. Without his head.
One is yes, or two is no, or one or the other way around.
Do you?
So when you say one is yes, he stamps his foot once. And when you say or is it the other way around, he stamps his foot twice.
All right, so one is yes, two is no.
He stamps his foot once.
No.
Fine, because you can hear us. I have a curiosity. If I attempt to touch where your head should be,
He just starts.
I don't reach. I'm asking.
No, you're asking.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of hard to know what he's going to do unless you.
We
I
established
know.
one tap is yes and two taps is no.
Okay. So you're asking.
Yes,
him.
I am asking him because he can understand. That's just like that. I'm like, do you mind if I attempt to touch where your head should be? I'm curious if. I'm just curious.
He kind of goes like this, and then just shrugs his hands. And he stomps his foot twice.
No.
You don't mind.
He doesn't mind. I'm going to attempt to give him like a pet.
You're looking for him to have.
Which I mean would technically be up here for me still, but
Does he feel anything where the head should be?
it's kind of where I'm going. Yeah.
Oh, so you're asking him that?
No,
No, I want to know if I feel anything.
You don't feel anything, no.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's.
I don't know if it's like an invisible head.
Nope.
I couldn't. Your head is definitely not there. I'm sure you figured that out. That's just.
And he stomps his foot once.
How would I have known otherwise?
That was a very sarcastic stomp.
Just gotta point this out.
Yeah.
Super sarcastic.
Here's the question: is your head stuck somewhere else?
He just kind of holds his hands up.
He doesn't know. All right.
Just so you guys know, like,
Another mystery.
the building's kind of been missing.
So,
Like, we're trying to find her, but she's been, like, legit missing.
And we're gonna rescue her.
The hag's kind of like,
The present.
yeah, did that.
with another person there, a man, he speaks up. He says, "Well, my name is Sumai. I'm a farmer from the world of Toril." And he says, and he just hefts a pumpkin that actually has a mouth on it that is gnashing and looks hungry. He says,
Maybe put that on his shoulder.
He says, "Yeah, this is my pumpkin Yamzu." And the pumpkin speaks and it's like, "Yamzu."
Hello, Yamzu.
Hungry?
Pleasure to meet you.
And he says, "Yeah, Yamzu. I kind of want Yamzu to quit devouring my livestock, but I don't want to actually harm a pumpkin."
Happy to kill a pumpkin. I mean, I can.
He says, no, I don't mean I don't want to hurt it personally. I mean, I don't want any harm to come to my pumpkin, but I really wish that he would quit eating my livestock because, that's kind of my livelihood.
As long as you can't fly.
But anyway, these other two fellas here, they were here back before any of us, and I ain't seen them move once. They seem to be trapped in some sort of temporal stasis.
So, I guess the lack of answer kind of answers my question is, did y'all know she's been missing, which is why you've been stuck here?
I mean, it didn't really come up because, and Lord Eld responds. He says, "Well, not to put too fine a point on it, but we've been having a somewhat protracted discussion, a debate over a rather important topic, and that about whether clotted cream should be applied to a scone before or after the jam.
Oh, for heck's sake.
Here's I take it.
And what?
It's definitely before.
Where do you stand on this subject?
Oh no, Wexley!
Bye.
I love you.
There's no need to even ask, actually. It belongs before the jam. Everyone knows this.
It says it would probably be best not to get into it right now.
Did you hear
However, no, I didn't. What did he say?
Repeat it.
There's no need to ask the question, Wexley. It's obvious. The clotted cream goes before the jam.
Depends on whether it's spooned on or spread.
Well, obviously you spread it. What barbarian would spoon it on?
Some places they spread the jam and they put a little dollop of the cream on top.
Monsters.
Hey guys, follow-up question: what is clotted cream?
It's like cottage cheese.
Yeah.
So when your character asks that, the farmer's just like, "Oh well, shucks, if you don't know that, you need to try some of this." And
Clotted cream.
and he picks up a plate of scones and there's some jam and some like a little jar of the clotted cream on it, and he pushes it in your direction. He says, "Go on then, help yourself."
I will. I'm assuming there's bread on there too, or
The scones.
biscuits.
The scones, yeah.
Yeah.
I will apply the clotted cream and then the jam.
Just to be contrary.
Yeah. So
And
the lady from Eberron seems taken aback, and then she just says, and she's just scratching her head, and you notice that when she's scratching her head, she forgot to put her quill down, so she just scribbled on the side of her face. But the elf lord, he just nods and says, "See, even those new to this know the proper way, my dear
I think
Majira."
one goes the other way.
You know what? It's a matter of preference.
And he says,
Benito, are you just saying this to be contrarian? Because I know you come
I actually have a solution
family
for this.
that knows better. For
"Yes."
sure.
I'm the only one here
Take
that's
the
an
clotted
actual
cream
cook.
and the jam and just mix them together.
Oh,
No, you
no.
monster!
everyone at the table says, "You got clotted cream in my jam." And the other one says, "You've got jam in my clotted cream."
Totally
We'll
messes
try
up
it
the
at least.
flavor
Let's see
profile.
where we end up.
To be fair,
All right.
like that was wild. But to be fair, I mean they go together anyway in your tum tum.
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen in a
Matter
game.
of which one hits your tongue first.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're
All right,
gonna
hey,
mix them up anyway
so-
when you chew them.
Mr. Bear.
Is there any
Yes.
wine on the table?
So-
Let's go check out that
So,
line. That's
In fact, there's tea. There's no wine, but there is tea.
I'm going to pick up some tea and sniff it. Is there any alcohol in this tea?
There does not
There
appear to
can
be any
be.
alcohol in the tea. It is totally tea.
He totally tea.
This is terrible. All right, so are you guys just been sitting at this table the entire time? You don't have any like quarters around here. You've just been sitting here.
Oh well, the garden is quite comfortable. We
How do your butts not go down?
we get up for walks from time to time and wander around the gardens. It's quite beautiful,
All right.
and the berries are delightful.
All right. Lovely.
Hey, so if
I'm
someone
gonna
makes
explain
a mess,
what we read on that plaque out front about the stag and the
Oh.
lion, and ask them if they know what that's about.
Let's see if they know anything about
Let's
that.
play a game of what the flip is up with that?
Can I try to persuade the Eberron woman to try the clotted cream before the jam?
good.
She says, "Well, I'll have to." She says, "Well, thanks to your fuzzy friend, I'm afraid that we're all going to have to wait until the next platter arrives before we can do that, because he's corrupted the whole thing."
Who brings the platter?
He's fuzzy too.
I have a tendency to do that, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Mm-hmm.
Well noted. And she licks the end of her pen.
It's a
And
problem.
says, "Oh, I wish I would quit doing that." And then
it's a
she
problem
resumes
with
writing in her
impulse
journal.
control.
Impulse control. Paragon. Herringon deficiency.
I want to cast
in-
detect thoughts so bad.
Not all Herringon. That one doesn't have an impulse control problem. This one does.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if it's related to the height of the subject. You there?
Hey,
Oh, what is your deal?
I'm short too.
And you seem to have equal issues with impulse control, so I stand by my assertion.
What did I do?
Hey, you know that foul taste with the ink? If you add a little bit of vanilla extract to your ink, it'll actually make it not taste so bad and it'll dry faster.
Ooh, an edible ink. That gives me some ideas.
Oh, don't make yourself
Not
sick.
quite
Well,
toxic.
oh no, but would that cause ants to eat my tomes? I
No,
wonder.
because ants don't like vanilla.
Oh, once
Do
again,
they
you
not?
know anything about the plaque out front?
The what now?
The plaque out front about the stag and the lion. The
I'm gonna
hawk
say
and the
no.
lion.
Oh, well, let's see. I think I had a note about that here somewhere.
Probably one of the first ones.
That's a very good idea. She picks up the first book and starts looking. She says, "Oh yes, something about it was. Let's see here. Ah yes, the lion or the hart must wear the crown, but which one should it weigh down? So, somewhere in this garden, I believe there was actually like a metal crown somewhere that one is supposed to place on the
Okay.
one of the two statues, but
What was it supposed to do?
I'm not really sure. We got caught up with
Yeah.
socializing, and
Who brings you the food? And where do they bring it from?
it just sort of appears.
Okay.
I will tell you though, if she says this is quite interesting, and she picks up
No,
she
sure it's
she
not.
picks up a scone and she tosses it outside the pavilion, and when she does, after it gets about like 10-15 feet outside the pavilion, it instantly molds over and disintegrates.
Ooh.
Ugh.
What happens
I'm
if
going
you,
to put the rest of the
Molds
mask on there.
But what happens if you eat something and then you walk out there? Like you get a moldy tummy?
Oh no, we haven't experienced anything like that.
Have you stepped away from the spot?
Yes,
Oh yes,
that's away.
quite a few times. I mean,
That's
we do have to stretch our legs from time to
Did right,
time.
you did tell me that.
Hmm.
All right.
And while you're discussing things with her, the elf lord is actually trying some of the scones that have had the cream and jam mixed up, and he seems somewhat troubled by this development, but he doesn't hate it.
Insight check.
A little bit
Okay,
of chaos.
go ahead and roll insight.
This is awful. This is truly awful.
Hmm.
17.
He seems perplexed.
Better than you thought it would be?
He doesn't love it, but he doesn't entirely hate it. But he's mostly perplexed.
The
It's
texture?
Guilty about
Different.
liking it a little bit.
different is sometimes good. I wouldn't recommend it every day, though.
He says, yes, sometimes different is good. This is definitely different.
Certainly a thing that could be eaten together.
Certainly, though I question your methods. But now you've introduced a third quandary
Oh, no.
into this argument that we shall have to debate. I don't
Leslie,
think
you
that this
see
one
what
shall
you've
last
done now.
quite so long as our other. We
Sounds
might-
like you're going to need an arbiter for that debate.
I know what it is.
potentially.
Do you add,
Um,
the cream to the jelly or the jelly to the cream?
All right. I am leaving the tent. This is
Don't say anything about jelly. Don't introduce jelly to this
That
conversation.
is a smart move because I was about to recommend someone.
I am leaving the tent.
He says, oh, but as you're leaving, the farmer says, say, you don't actually know what's up with those two, do you? And he points to two other people who are here who have not budged at all the entire time you've been here. They appear to be frozen.
This one you said we're in a time.
Yeah, so one of them appears to be. They kind of look like a gnome, but plumper and shorter. None of you guys have ever seen a creature like this. They look like a smaller, kind of softer looking version of a gnome, and they've got like hairy feet. It looks like.
Oh, it's a hobbit. It's a hobbit.
Yeah. So you see one of them here. They appear to be male, and the other one is looks like a big green orcish war chieftainess. So it's a big orc chick, who is dressed in armor, and the two of them both seem to be frozen in time.
What have you done as far as experimenting with them?
There's
You go ahead and poke them.
they say, well, we didn't want to be rude. However, it seems that nothing can be done. They can't be pushed. They attempts to speak to them or wave something in front of their eyes elicits no response.
And you can't move them?
And Lady Devalzi says, oh, we've certainly tried. There was an apparatus I had rigged up at some point to attempt to hoist them. However, the steel rods we built and the cabling that I engineered all tore to pieces before they could budge so much as an inch.
I really kind of want to ask where you got that, but table that for a minute.
She's an engineer.
I
Useful
poked the
information.
smaller one.
You poke the smaller one. They feel warm to the touch, but as unmoving and unyielding as steel.
Sorry about that.
I think
They
you're
offer
thinking
no
what I'm
reply.
These badgers at the string quartet.
Pardon?
Have they been, the badgers in the string quartet? Have they been playing the whole time, or do they take breaks? Where do they go? Are they real badgers, do we think? Or do they just keep continually playing?
Does anybody in our group have
So-
spell magic?
So no, they say, oh well,
No.
the badgers, they do converse from time to time if one entertains discussion with them. But they do seem to prefer playing.
I don't think that's one
Okay.
of them. It'd have to be a restoration. I'd almost guarantee it. And probably
I might be able to cast detect thoughts and see what the time locked people are thinking. But I don't think it'll be very helpful. It'll probably be like, I'm locked in this place. You know.
You can certainly try
Is
if you want.
any amongst you of a magical persuasion, either arcane or divine?
The bear says, well, I've got some sort of a curse or an enchantment upon me, I think.
Right, but can you
Yeah, I don't
cast
get what it
spells?
means.
I don't think so. I can cast paw and break a plank to kindling.
Have you ever tried to cast one?
Awe-inspiring to see.
I mean, it's pretty great. And he rises up and he just goes splat right on the tray of scones, and smashes the terrible concoction that you made into pulp, and like shit goes flying everywhere. And the others at the table exclaim, they're like, oh no!
An idea.
It's like
standing ovation.
And
Magnificent.
the farmer says, well, that was probably about the best result we were going to get out of what you did to those scones there. So,
Indeed.
yeah, it makes about as much sense as anything. And the bear is just sitting there licking his paw, and he says, I don't know what you're talking about. This is delicious.
Thank you.
And the badgers, at that display, the badgers all just kind of stopped playing and were just like, before they look at each other and say, and they say like, please refrain from destroying anything. You are all guests at the Palace of Heart's
I'm gonna go
Desire.
talk to a badger. I'm gonna go talk to a badger.
Hey, as we're
All right.
guests, don't we get a guide? Is there anybody here to guide us around, give us a tour?
There's no need for tours or guides. Please stay in the gardens and don't try to go wandering anywhere. It's for the best that way.
I can guarantee you that's not
Okay,
gonna
well,
happen.
we're known for wandering and getting in trouble, so
Yeah,
we might
so
just be too
Badgers, I'm assuming you're working here, so I'm gonna ask the badger, who's your boss?
Oh,
Yeah.
we work we work for three fine ladies. Bavlorna,
Yes, they're dead.
Scabatha, and Endelin.
They're dead.
That's- Wait, but
Yeah.
they're dead. But
They're
there was
dead.
Just
They
like
were-
that.
But they were-
Yes.
but they were such fine ladies. Their name should have been sweetness, kindness, and charity for all the good they do. How? What? How could they have died?
Well, they kidnapped Sibylla and locked her away, and they were doing bad things in her place. So yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't. You must be talking about some. You must be talking about some other ladies. That doesn't sound like our
I
three at
assure
all.
you, we're not.
They're dead.
Well, what do you know? You don't know you don't know the first thing about clotted cream versus jam. So I mean, we obviously
Hey.
can't take your word.
Well,
We know Bavlorna was keeping kids as slaves.
yep.
Nonsense. Zybilna loves children. She would never let anything bad happen to children.
No,
No,
Sibylla.
He's in prison, Zybilna.
Bavlorna. Black straw.
Psh.
Hey,
They
I
just
tell you what,
they just shake their heads and go back to playing another song.
All right.
They do not believe you.
Guys, let's
All
see.
right.
We're wasting our time here. It's scintillating
Yeah.
as a discussion
Yeah.
of scones and
you're
fucking
drunken
peanuts.
Kool-Aid.
Guys, let's go
Right.
explore the area a little bit. I want to go
Yeah.
and take a look inside of. I want to go take a look at the axe.
The
I want to go
axe.
take a look at the axe.
It's
What
a
is-
trick.
Where is it?
I think
Here.
while you do that, I'll look at the tower
Ah.
if you don't mind.
I'm going to follow Pip, and while I do, I'm going to discuss with you the benefits of just eating the scones by themselves.
Oh, can we leave it? Clearly, you're not interested in having a discussion about this.
I can make out some scones and stuff later. We can have that debate on the road.
Yes,
no,
it
we'll
is
have
true.
this debate on the road while we're going to the tower, Lexley. But I understand that you're doing this just to facilitate conflict, and I do not
I'll
appreciate
be
it.
after all this is done.
All right.
You know,
So what? Let me add you to the map so we can move you on over there. Then Ito. All right. So
Don't
you
screw
are
up.
wandering over in this direction. You walk past the. You end up walking past the standing stones. You see it's 12 moss-covered standing stones, which form a ring in the middle of the small clearing. And there is an arcane sigil inscribed on the inward-facing side of each stone.
I'll take a look at the.
And the
sigils.
spaces in between are free of vegetation.
Yeah, I'll take a look at one of the sigils.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
Well,
You're not sure what they do. Do you or anyone else want to do like detect magic or anything? See if you can glean any further clues.
sure, I can do detect magic.
All right. So you.
Yeah. I do have detect magic. Okay,
All right. So you decide to detect magic, and you can figure out that these things are emanating an aura of conjuration.
Hmm. Maybe that's where all the junk is coming from. But these idiots over here are eating.
But you're not. So you can figure out that it's conjuration, but you're not entirely certain as to its purpose.
How about walk inside of this circle there? What happens?
So you walk inside of it, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Are all the sigils the same on the rocks?
No, each one is different. Each one is
And
different.
inspect the different ones, see if I get a different result.
Well, you inspect each of them in turn. They all seem to have different themes to them. Like some of them look like they're related to the peoples that you found in Prismere. Some of them look like they're related to Zybilna. Others are purely arcane in nature. You can't really figure out any sort of rhyme or reason to them.
By the way, if they're inside that circle, I'm going to say outside that circle of stones.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, I will move on then.
Alrighty. So, let's see. You're headed over towards that axe, you said?
Yes.
Right, you wander on over that way, Lots of nice trees here. There's flowers everywhere. The stream. Let's see what notes I had on the stream.
I'm gonna follow along, of course.
Did you say that you had detect magic?
Yeah, I already did it on that, but it's still up.
Yeah.
It'll last for a while.
Will you check them?
These people are on them, sure.
I'm positive.
Oh yeah, maybe I want to go back over here and take a look inside that tent.
At some
but-
point, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got the detect magic up.
Is it
Or is it-
Is it a
something
10?
that you can ritually cast?
Is that a tent right there? You said that dot. Where's that tent? You said.
Do you mean the pavilion,
The pavilion is
that
what
they
I
were
was
all
talking
sitting in?
about, yeah.
I mean, that's where you spent the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's a whole buttload
Oh,
of
detect
weird
magic
music.
dot.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
thinking about taking a look in there with the detect
Oh,
magic
I
up.
see. So you look over there with detect magic, and you can see that some of the attendants there definitely have magical auras about them. Like Lady Devalsi, her quill appears to be magic. Some of the items that she's wearing, like her clothes, look like they have an enchantment. Lord Eld, it looks like he's wearing a magic rapier at his hip. He looks like he's wearing a magical cloak of some sort. The farmer's not really got anything magical on him. And you don't really see anything when you're looking at the bear or the badgers or the pumpkin. Like whatever curse or spell caused them to become sentient doesn't seem to have left behind any sort of residue.
And the 2 time walk?
The two are trapped in time. It doesn't really seem to be any lingering effect on them either that you can detect. Like,
Glean anything from the detect magic then?
no, I mean the orc chief does have she does have a magic axe that's strapped to her back.
We're not gonna blast these people. Like, bad idea. None of us would make sense.
Yeah, so other than the personal effects that the elf and the two nobles are carrying, along with the orcish war chief lady, not really seeing anything
Alright.
noteworthy in that respect.
Alright. Oh, let's go. I changed my mind. I want to go back over to the tower over here, the one that's got the.
Oh no, what have I done?
I think the one with the lion in it is the one over here.
Well, schnozberries.
There's the one with the lion in it over here.
You are correct.
Let's head over there.
All right, is
Anybody coming with me to
is everyone
check out
going
the
that way or
lion?
not?
I'm going with it.
Yeah, I'm going that way.
Yes.
Yeah, if that's going, I'm going.
All right, so you head on over this way. Let's see what we see. So as you draw near, you can see that there is a stairway that leads up to the gate of this tower. So if you wish, you'll have to explore the inside of it. You'll have to ascend this staircase to the gates at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, we'll go up the stairs. To the gate.
You guys head on up there.
I guess the door's closed.
The door is currently closed, yes, and there's a bronze plaque above the door. It looks like it's similar construction and inscription to what was outside the main gate, except this one just simply says NV in common.
The word envy, like, okay.
Yeah, it just says, it has the word envy, so it's not written in Elvish. It's just inscribed in common. It just says envy, but the script itself and the materials composed of looks similar to what was inlaid in the ground outside the main gate.
Alright, we'll try the door and see if it's open.
Yeah, it appears to be unlocked,
Alright.
and it swings open, And inside, you can see that oak trees fill much of the interior of the tower. Rays of light cut through the canopy, illuminating a marble pedestal that stands at ground level, swathed in tree roots. A hulking lion, seemingly made of iron, stands on the pedestal, flicking its tail in irritation. "You can call us Envy," it says.
Hello, greetings.
Hello, Envy.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
So,
He says, "Did you have some questions, or are you just here to gaze upon my magnificence?"
Well, you are magnificent, and I do
Why
enjoy
not
gazing upon you. Do you know anything about what's happened to Zybilna?
Well, I do know that our presence here means that our mistress is gone, but where we do not know.
You're saying hour. What do you mean by hour?
I mean our presence here.
It's the royal we. He's
Oh, wait. You know anything about the Jabberwock?
Oh, that creature? He says, I'm sure Zybilna's pet is sleeping somewhere in her hall. Yes.
Oh, I was saying the Jabberwock was Zybilna's pet?
Yes.
Well, maybe we can make.
why, are you imprisoned here, or is this your natural abode? What's your story?
No, this is my home.
By choice?
He says, Did you have any choice when your mother birthed you into whatever world you came from?
Not right away, no.
No, I'd imagine not. No one has a choice in the matter of whether or not they are born. Neither do we.
Do you know what's
That's
up with the action on the front of the gate about the crown?
He says, well, perhaps I do, perhaps I don't. And I don't divulge information freely, and, if you care to solicit our good favor, then let's see what you have.
Something we can do for you?
Speaking of favors, need any done? We're kind of handy.
Yes, I also have hands, Stuart.
It is true.
You guys hands?
Wait a second,
They're more like paws, really.
you're a follower of Zybilna, right?
You know, I never considered the difference.
We are a member of her court.
So what did you think about the hags then?
The who?
The hags that imprisoned her.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Then I'll just explain to him.
There were 3 hags. Her sisters imprisoned her.
Hither and yon.
See, if you got out more, you
So you
know
mean
that.
you mean to tell me that a coven of hags deposed Zybilna, subdivided Prismere, and you and your lot have slain them in some bid to liberate us?
Yes,
They got it.
precisely.
Interesting.
Very
It's a-
insightful.
It's a good story, regardless of whether it's true or not. I'll give you that.
You've been in here a while.
Of evidence.
You don't get out very much, do you?
I do not. This is my home.
Well, buddy, you should get out more, see the world.
Perhaps.
All right. So why can we? You don't believe my story?
Excuse me, my liege, if I may have a moment. And Pip takes out a small stuffed lion with sewing needles for teeth that he took from Bavlorna's.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a mime. It's a mime that's been stuffed.
No, it's a stuffed lion with needles for teeth. That's what it's described as. It was it was taken from Scabatha's workshop from forever ago. My lord, I present to you a likeness of yourself poor as it may be, a token for gratitude for allowing us to access your domain and to give us audience. We would most humbly request some assistance in this regard, as I believe that Zybilna's freedom is in all of our best interests.
Curious. It he leans down and sniffs it. I can see why small ones such as you might represent us in such a fashion. Needles, I believe, would hurt pinking flesh, as all of you seem to be composed out of. Fair enough. Curious. So he extends a paw and takes it from you and sits it down at his feet. At which point he's go ahead and make a persuasion check. Let's see how this offering has influenced him.
Can I get a guidance?
Guidance.
Guidance. Okay. 17 plus
There you go.
20. Dirty 20.
Can't see the rules anymore.
Dirty 20. Oh, the rolls are not on the screen?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's because I'm on
Are
the
they
journal. Okay.
There
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I have to switch to the journal to drag characters onto the board. So Envy says, so we and our counterpart were created as a pair to protect the gardens from intruders should Zybilna ever be in absence. That is why I say our presence here means that our mistress is absent. However, the palace still receives visitors even in Zybilna's absence. Guests are to remain in the garden pavilion until Zybilna herself deigns to grant them an audience. It is not our responsibility to protect visitors. However, that said, Zybilna did create a crown that is held in the lake. That serves as a key, and guests can use that key to reach certain areas of the palace in her absence. It has two forms, one made of silver needles, the other of golden roses. To transform the crown of needles into its gold form, it must be placed on the brow of the correct Iron Guardian. Which of us, Envy or Wrath, is the correct guardian, I cannot say. But placing the crown on the incorrect guardian banishes us to our demi-plane along with the crown. Once the crown is transformed into its gold form, either of us can wear it without being banished. Certain doors inside the palace become unlocked or locked, depending on which of us guardians wears the crown. But neither myself nor my rival, I'm certain, are sure of which order that takes place in.
If you guys both
What
get
was
the
the name?
Spanish, what happens to the
Carved
dwarves?
in the
I would
entryway?
presume that they would remain locked.
Setting.
What was the saying that did someone write that down? The little piece of poetry about the line in the heart.
I'll type it out into the NPCs and notes channel for you, just so you've got access to it. Let's
You
see.
just quick save, try to remember what that is on one.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go lie down if you need to. That's fine.
I haven't gone snack shopping today yet. I would do snacks. I'm gonna go get me some discount chocolate, maybe.
Word?
Can you give me some?
The
Really
best
good
are the
Yeah.
Reese snacks.
I'll pick you up a bag.
Great, thank you.
I mostly get Snickers and Reese's.
Alright, so the crown is in the lake. We guys still got a lot of things to talk about here. We got a crown on the lake. We got this thing here, whatever that is. We got an axe.
All right.
They
The
got this
lion
guy.
or the hart must wear the crown, but which one should it weigh down?
Mhm. You won't go.
Well, we know that the front door has a stag on it. So
Can you
in order
give
for
it-
that door to open, we need to give the stag crown. But which one?
Well, can you give us is there a clue that we can get?
Well,
Why
we
would
explore-
you, Mr. Lion, want to wear that crown?
we
Maybe
explore
this would
more.
be a good talk for the people in the tent. Instead of talking about scones and jams, we could discuss crowns and guardians.
Let's
Figure
explore
out-
more. We might find more
Yeah.
clues.
Yep.
I agree. I think that's the move.
Let's
Okay.
do that. I think we do that and circle back with them if we
Yeah.
don't answer by then.
Maybe talk to the other guardian too.
Mm-hmm.
This was good. We got a lot of information out of him.
Yep.
We're going to thank him for his assistance.
Quite impressed, I'm sure. Yes, yes.
I do a very articulate bow as I leave the room.
And the lion just raises its paw and does a in response.
Mhm.
Hey,
And then I
if you
flip
want
him
to
again.
really impress us, you can go see if you can.
Almost forgot. Why is your name Envy?
Pride and envy go hand in hand. And what are lions if not proud?
Thank you.
Sure. So if you want to be really proud of yourself, you got to one up that Jabberwock. That's wrong. I mean, just a suggestion.
the
The Jabberwock is Zabilna's pet. The judgment of it is not
And I think it's
our
betrayed
responsibility.
her. I don't know. I got a feeling that her pet has betrayed her.
Oh, you think so? All right.
All right.
I heard a rumor that the Jabberwocky's throwing kids in the lockers.
I saw him. Well, he tried to eat us. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk towards that axe.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just tossing some nuggets over there for the lion to chew on for a while we're doing our thing.
He's kind of curls his lip at the nuggets. He says, "What filth is this? Be
Something
gone,
just to
human,
feel pride and
before
envy.
I dine upon you."
We should have brought him a badger.
Okay, so
Anchor
what you're
not the
saying
lion.
is Jabberwock is the queen's favorite, right? Just checking.
The Jabberwock is a building.
He says, "If you wish to entreat with me again, bring me a lei of flowers, appropriate for one of my majesty."
Will do.
As I walk to pick up the axe, I'll pick up any flowers along the way.
Okay, so you head
I
back.
we'll shut the door on the way.
You head back out. So when you come up to this stream, these are 10-foot squares, which I know you all absolutely love.
Yeah, love the hell out of that.
Yeah.
So, so that makes a stream about 5 feet in breadth. Did you want to wade through it, hop over it? What you want to do?
Can I inspect the
Is
water?
it flow in here fast?
If it's just like normal, average water or something.
So the water looks like it's perfectly still, almost like when there's a was it laminar flow? Or laminar
Yeah.
flow, what it's called?
Laminar.
Yeah, laminar flow. Oh yeah, laminar's armor. All right. So yeah, it looks like it's perfectly looks like it's perfectly still. But like, do you dip your hand in it or anything to examine it
I'm
further?
not.
Yeah,
or-
can I hold it? Stick my hand in it, see if it's moving.
All right. So when you stick your hand in it, it's almost like if you've ever like worked with dough before, it's almost like trying to stick your hand into a big pool or a big vat full of dough.
Ew.
So,
Mm.
and when you bring your hand back out of it, it's actually malleable.
His hand or the water?
Well, the water is. Yeah, the water's malleable, almost like dough or clay or something like that.
Okay. I told them, I said, this isn't normal water. It's very thick and heavy.
Don't drink it, is what you're telling me. Oh, and the crown is in the lake over there. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, and you also, as you've been walking around, you notice that there's lots of fireflies around here, but the fireflies are all stuck in midair, and you have to make sure to avoid like running into one because they're completely immovable, and that wouldn't really feel very good if you were to run into one.
Oh, I think we got some more time dilation happening around
Mm-hmm. One thing that's interesting though is you do see that there are dragonflies in this place, and the dragonflies seem to be able to zip around without issue, and they're trying to snack on the fireflies, and they get kind of frustrated from time to time when they try and nom one.
Looking across the water to that stump with the axe in it,
Mm-hmm.
describe that in particular? Because I'm not going to cross the stream yet. We should be able to see it clear.
You can see it. So you can see that there's a gleaming great axe that's been embedded in a withered tree stump near a bend in the river.
here. I'm going to Misty Step over there.
You're going to Misty Step?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I got
you
almost limited Misty Steps.
so you Misty Step and appear on the far side of the axe. And what would you like to do?
Inspect the axe.
I
It's,
draw
it's,
my
a,
crossbow.
it's a big old great axe. It looks like it's in excellent condition. Your detect magic is still up,
Mhm.
and let me look in Appendix A for no apparent reason.
Oh, of
No,
course.
none whatsoever. And by the way, I did pull up my hand crossbow, just but you know.
This great axe has the sentience of a pit fiend. Turns any character evil when they draw and wield it.
Yep, it's definitely magic.
Alright.
Really
The axe
magic.
itself, or is it just the entire thing?
No, the axe itself is magic.
Okay.
Can't remember.
It looks like it's really buried in that tree stump though.
So we're going to need somebody strong to pull this out.
Hey,
Or we could burn the stump, maybe.
Oh, we do have some people around here that enjoy a little good fire.
Don't worry about it.
Well,
Dave.
can
It's
anybody use the axe? I mean, we don't have anybody really that's like a...
well, we have a fighter in our party.
Yeah, but he already has a magical weapon.
Well, it's more about I'm worried about why there's an axe in a stump, and generally you don't mess with somebody else's axe if it's because whoever, yeah.
I think that's just good life advice.
Hey, if someone wants to cover me, I'll do it. But cover me with all your cannons ready.
If you want to try it, you go right ahead and I'll cover you, but I don't know if we actually need an axe for anything. It might be a clue to something else around here, but I don't see any inscriptions on it.
I'm looking on the ground surrounding the thing. Do I see anything suspicious looking around this tree stump, or any features of it?
Nothing suspicious. There are. It looks like there's like some mulch around here, but that might just simply be wood chips from whenever this tree was felled that have kind of blackened over time.
With my boot, I dust aside a little bit of that mulch just to see what's under it, if there's anything unusual there.
So you kick the mulch around a bit, and you can see that there's like some worms and beetles that are down in it, but they're frozen in time, just like all the other bugs and people that were here for a long time.
The dragonflies.
Just the only thing moving in here is the the guests and badgers you spoke to either earlier, that guardian statue of the lion, and the dragonflies.
Yeah, that's
All right, I'm gonna do a neat thing with my sword, which is I put my crossbow away, and I put my sword in between my shield arm and the shield, like so,
Yeah.
so that I can quick draw back out, and that leaves my hands free to grab that axe. Okay.
Okay.
But before I do that, wand of magic missiles in my teeth in case I decide to grab that instead.
Nice.
So
Stuart, wait a second. Wait, Stuart.
super paranoid about this.
Stuart, wait a second. We don't need to do anything yet. Let's just take note of this, and we'll come back to it if we need to. Right across the grass here is another statue. Let's take a look at that before we start yanking
You can
on the
do
axe.
that.
You could. It's
We can
it's
do
up to
that.
you, Stuart. Do you want to try and liberate this axe now, or do you want to come back to it
No,
later?
I thought they wanted to do it. I was going to do it, but like I said, cover me. So if we come back and do this, we're gonna be cautious about it.
fair enough.
Okay.
Stuart, normally I'm one that's all about just reckless action, but I think this might be something.
Yeah, we know
we
how
all-
that worked last time, right?
Uh,
We was lucky.
Well, it may make you the king of this area. We don't know.
All right. So let's.
okay. So
we're
you're
gonna go
so
look-
you're approaching the statue over here. You said. Is
Yeah,
that
I want
the
to take a
plan?
look at it before we go in. It looks like there may be some spider webs there.
Okay. So you approach this, and you can see that this is a fragrant rose garden that is bordered by a bronze fence. The roses come in a variety of colors, with a few white and black specimens among them, and glistening spider webs cover the rose bushes.
Do I still have the magic jacked up?
It lasts what, like
10 minutes.
10 minutes? We're getting close to the end of it. It's probably got like another minute, maybe 2 minutes tops
All
left.
right. Anything creeping me out here?
Let me take a look here.
I don't know how you feel about spiders.
I wonder. We got giant glistening spiders of some sort. Well, hopefully they're stuff.
Ain't nothing good about spiders. That's for dang sure.
I'm wondering if those are newer cobwebs or if they're also frozen in time.
Well, we may need an hourglass to get past.
Wait.
Is there any way like I can look
I
at
know
the spider webs
So-
and identify?
I think Emmett was trying to
I
say.
got it.
I think Emmett was trying to
Sorry.
say something.
Is there any way I can like look at these spider webs and see like are these like normal mundane like small spiders or are these like huge like possibly dangerous spiders?
Oh, give me a nature check.
Yeah, look to see if they're just garden spiders. If they're garden spiders, they're fine.
It's a 14 plus
Spiders.
17.
17. No, these look much. So a normal spider web, the strands are thinner than a strand of your fur or of a human's hair. These webs look thicker, like piano wire, or something like that, like thick, like a bowstring almost. So these are. This looks like it came from something much larger.
Let's stand back for a second. I have an idea.
Okay, and to answer Venito's question, you can sense that there is something magical further in. And as you're looking around, you can see that in the heart of the rose garden, coiled around a statue of a prancing satyr, and the satyr's holding a set of pipes to his lips, is a thorny vine with 5 roses growing out of it, each one of which is a different metallic color. Black, blue, red, green, and white.
There it is. I am going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to pluck one of the spider silk threads, like it's a cello string. Just give it a nice thrum, and see if that excites anything nearby.
I'm defensive crouch with
Feeling
wand
excited.
of
already?
magic.
So you give it a good you give it a good pluck, bloom, and within the garden you notice the ground shift
Ooh.
and from the leaves and the compost arise 3 large creatures with like yellowish skin, and their faces are creepy looking, like they've got pincers where their mouth should be, and they come up and they've got long fingers with black claws in the ends, and they're like, "Wah!
What do you?
Wah!
Ah!
They just kind of look at each other, and
Well, that was fun.
they just hold their fingers like, and they just start muttering to each other and gesturing back and looking at you guys every now and then. It's like, oh.
Hang on.
And they say in kind of guttural, they say in guttural Sylvan, they're like, not scared.
Not scared. Back in Sylvan.
Not scared. We've seen worse.
Yeah. You gotta get up pretty early.
And they say, oh, crap.
It was a decent attempt, though.
I mean, we literally just killed Endolin like 3 days ago. So.
Okay. Bye. And they just run out of the gardens, and they turn around and aim their butts up at the outer wall of the castle, and next thing you know, it's like strands attached to the top of the wall, and they just reverse yeet themselves up onto the parapets and disappear out of the garden.
Well,
back to New York.
man, that music change felt premature.
Can you use your mage hand to grab one of those flowers?
I could certainly try that.
Yeah, that's what I'm really scared of.
How far? Yeah, I can move my mage hand up to 30 feet away, so
Jesus.
I should be able to get that those roses, right?
Yeah, you can. That's just far enough to reach.
Okay, I'm gonna do that with my mage hand.
All right.
I'm assuming that's the same.
So, how many roses are you going to
He
pick?
is able to see her, yeah.
Oh damn! I thought it was all connected to like a thing. Like a
No,
crown.
it's a rose bush, and it's got 5 blooms on it, each of a different color.
Well, grab one and see what happens.
What the whole blue rose bush?
We'll stay on the outside when you grab it.
Just
I'm
whatever
gonna
your
take-
favorite color is.
I'll take a red one.
Okay, you take the red one.
The whole forest. All right.
Anything happen?
So, I'm just reading
The
here.
timer starts.
Yeah. The timer begins.
So you pick it up, and the rose looks like it's wreathed in fire, but it's not burning you at all.
Well, remember the mage hand.
It's not burning the mage hand either. Even when you bring it over, it looks like the rose is burning, but it's not destroying the mage hand at all. And there's like no heat coming off of it. It just looks like it's got this visual effect of like being wreathed in flames.
Obvious thing.
I'm gonna reach out for it.
Okay, so you reach out to it.
Yes.
You reach out to it and grab it by the stem, and it looks like it's burning, but your hand isn't getting charred. You don't feel any pain or heat or anything.
This is lovely. It could be useful for anything.
Possibly. You have detect magic up, and it is definite. It looks like it's radiating abjuration magic,
Okay.
which is, as you know, abjuration is protection magic.
Ah. Well, we'll just hold on to this. Do you want to try grabbing another one of those?
Oh, it radiates abjuration as well as evocation. It's like two. It's almost like yin and yang. As you see the aura, it's almost like the abjuration and the evocation are like intertwined.
Does anybody have identify? No.
It's dinging the glass.
Well, let's hold on to it and grab some more roses.
I don't think we should grab too many more. I don't know what the consequences of this might be.
As with the
I'm not
axe,
so
I
sure
also
if it's a
tend
good
to
idea.
agree.
All right.
I think I got an idea now.
Best not to be greedy, lest we trespass upon our mistress's good tidings.
Okay.
Fair.
Keep the fire rose, because that's gonna. Yeah. Okay. I ain't a wizard.
Curious to see how
So-
long it burns.
Pip, do you want to hold on to this?
Yes, I suppose I should hang on to it.
That's right, this fire. Pip picked it up. with
Oh,
his fire.
Wexley. I start taking the rose, and then I look at Wexley, and I see the obviously disappointed shit baby face, and I say, "Why don't you take this, Wexley?"
Thank you.
He's a local fire
Just like
buddy, you know.
put it in your hair.
All right. I'll give.
Your hair, you know what, your hair.
I'll give Pip inspiration for his generosity there.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. I know you're not going to use it anyway because you guys
Yeah.
never remember, but still.
Well, we gotta get into this.
I had a reason to use my inspiration yet, but I remember.
So,
I'll
Bigger
use
shit.
mine. I never forget mine.
Okay.
well, we
I wrote
got
mine.
What is this thing over here? Do you want to check that out?
This thing in the bend in the river here?
Yes.
All right, yeah. You guys mosey on over there. I'm assuming that you're trying to step over rather than through the doughy stream.
No, I'm not getting in that water. If I have to,
All right.
I am going to touch that rose to everything.
So you
The
touch
water, the grass, the stones.
it. You touch it to
Fireflies,
things.
I don't care.
It's not setting anything on fire. But
Any other discernible reactions?
no. But as you're holding it, you get the sense that it's protecting you. But
Hey, let me try to light you on fire.
yeah, you get the sense that it's protecting you, but that you could also use it as a weapon in a pinch if you needed to.
You literally have the Super Mario Fire
Damn.
Flower.
we'll take a rest. We'll see if we
Okay.
can. We won't be able to identify things on
All right.
this.
I'm looking at that statue over there. Okay.
Which statue? The one in the rose garden?
In the rose garden. Now the spider dudes that took a powder. Is there anything that we can see that's prohibiting us from going to the rose garden at this point and looking at that statue a little closer?
Well, from where they busted out from underneath the mulch and the leaves and whatnot, it doesn't look like there's nothing else in here is stirring at all.
All right, but we can back up there and move on later, and Stuart can jump the fence. And go.
I wonder if we're missing something on that statue of that satyr.
Okay, all right, we can move on later then. We can wait.
Yeah, so you go and have a look at it. It
Excuse me.
Sorry.
It looks very lifelike. Like you don't see any chisel marks or anything else like that. So either this was a master sculptor, or this is an actual satyr who's been petrified.
I got a little experience
Does it
with
look-
that.
Yeah.
Does it look like the other two people that were frozen?
No, the other people who are frozen just look like look normal. Like this guy, they're actual stone.
I got nothing for that.
I've never been that stoned.
Anything around the base of that thing, or anything other than the fancy rose bush?
I'm having a look here.
So there was a red one, a black one, a blue one, and a gold one.
That sounds right.
Yep.
I'm looking for.
So there's the heart of the rose garden coiled around a statue of a prancing satyr holding a set of pipes to his lips is a thorny vine. 5 roses growing out of it, each one different color: black, blue, green, red, and white. So you do notice that the pipes the satyr's holding are made. It looks like it's made out of horn. So the pipes are not stone, which whereas the satyr is, which kind of leads you to believe that the petrification theory might be the accurate one, because that'd be kind of weird to actually be able to fit pipes in that tight of a grip.
I'd like to being very careful to avoid the thorns and whatnot. See if I can't find some way to reach and dislodge carefully the pipes and without breaking the statue, just to remove it from his grip.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, now these I'm not sure about these electronics dice. I'm gonna call a mulligan if it wrong.
I don't think
get
that's
the system if
actually
he
a
wants to get
thing.
it out.
Yeah, they don't get
If he
no
needs help
mulligans.
getting it out,
Any roll? Wait a second.
So, do you have any modifier to go with that or not?
Let me check. And that was for a sleight of hand, just a +2. So,
No, it's in there pretty good. You're pretty sure if you broke off a few fingers, you could probably get the pipes out. But
I don't want to break it. Someone with better dexterity can fix that.
can I try?
you certainly may. Yep, you can try
In my
flight.
hand.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe we remove.
Oh, probably not very good. Yeah.
And so the +6, you still got an 8. Damn, man.
I know.
Yeah,
It
it's
didn't roll it out once, but it didn't break his fingers.
so you're able to get to jiggle a little bit, but it doesn't seem to really be going anywhere.
Do we have maybe some cooking oil or something to put in there and try to loosen it up a little bit?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You could try that.
Oh, so I got.
Are these pipes valuable enough for this, or?
Pipes are usually fairly rigid, either like.
Yeah, I mean,
bamboo
it's
or-
made of. It appears to be made of horn.
Yeah. My question is that do we need the pipes?
They're
I
not
got a feeling you
They're not radiating magic at all.
Oh, we're not ready magic? Okay.
No.
have to radiate magic to be
Weird,
useful.
because if that's
I mean,
two,
maybe not, but
and they're not magical, that would have been petrified with him.
Yeah, you see,
yeah.
I'm
Say
rolling
what?
again.
I said it's weird because if that is a petrified creature, then and the pipes are not magical, or those pipes would have been petrified with him.
I mean, petrification
Correct.
works on the person, not necessarily their possessions.
Not necessarily.
Petrified creature is
Remember,
transformed
pattern
along
of-
with any non-magical object it is wearing or carrying.
Really?
It's literal first sentence in petrification.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
until I just
Like
read it.
I said, the horns appear to be stone as well.
I'm not having any luck with this.
All right, so maybe
Anybody
we.
else have anything like
I've
this?
never run petrification like that. I've always run it.
I'm not saying one way or the other, and I would argue that
Oh.
Wexley probably wouldn't even know that. So
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe we
Hey,
did try removing.
Anybody
the
have
rest
a
of
spell they can use to make the thing smaller briefly so we can get it out of there?
All right, wait a second.
Like a
Maybe we
shrink
remove
can?
the rest. Maybe if we remove the rest of the flowers, I might break this petrification spell.
Try it.
You don't know.
I want to grab another flower.
Which one did you want to take?
I'll take the black one.
All right, you take the black
I
one.
thought we agreed that
The black one
Yeah, I don't
appears
know
to
if we
be
should be messing with this thing.
the black one appears to be dripping with acid, but it doesn't singe you or anything.
And I take the gold one.
intelligence roll to see if I would know something, if Wexley would know something that I'm guessing.
That is a 5 minus.
Do you guys want?
You do
That's
have-
one. He does not.
I'm going to take the gold rose.
There is no gold rose.
Oh, yellow.
I thought it was a gold one.
There's
Yellow.
black.
Yellow.
The remaining roses are blue,
Green.
green, and white.
Blue, green, and white.
Dramatic.
Okay, I'm the green
Oh,
one.
dragons.
The green one.
Like his acid,
The green
red is
one-
Fire, green is
The green
poison.
one seems to be exuding like a mist, like a green gas from it.
Dramatic
Okay.
breath weapons.
That is poison or miasma.
It looks like something like that. Yeah.
Can you see that? Okay, you
That
can.
That is a
I'm just-
player knowledge.
Oh, all right. If you guys, we want to put these back, or we want to see what happens if we take the last. What do you want to do? Do you want to put these flowers back, or do we want to see what happens if we take them all?
I mean, we've gone this far.
You have
Hey,
gone far.
Yeah, take
Oh my god.
Do I know what the green? Do I know what the
I don't know
green
about this one,
means?
guys. I don't think this is it.
There's a white flower left.
Oh no.
There's
And a blue.
there's blue and white left, and you haven't actually picked the green one yet. You were looking at it though.
Oh, I picked the green one.
All right,
the
so
green one.
it's seeping with gas, but it doesn't appear to be harming you or poisoning you
We'll be like,
corroding you at all.
I'm guessing.
Oh.
Okay, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Well, we'll put these back.
I got
And
dibs
then
on the
we'll-
blue one.
If I try to put the black one back, does it go back?
I mean, have you ever put like a fake? Have you ever put like a stem rose back on like a shrub or something? It just kind of sits there.
Well,
It's not,
I know
it's
those
not
like that.
reattaching at all.
Yeah, it does. Well, no,
If we're
I
gonna experiment with, this stuff, let's just do one at a time and see what happens instead of going back and
I
forth.
got dibs on the blue one. I think I know how this is going.
Okay, so the blue
Okay.
one looks like it's crackling with electricity.
Okay.
That's my boy right there.
So we got one more. We only
And then
got the
I'll-
white one left.
I'll take the white one as well.
All right, the white one looks like it's covered with frost, and as you pick the last rose, the rose vine begins to turn brown, and then it crumbles to dust.
What about
Or
our
other
friend
bushes,
here?
right?
That's
in here.
it.
It's just one
He-
bush.
he-
or
So,
the whole
there-
thing?
There are other rose bushes in here, yes, but this was the only one radiating any sort of magic.
And the satyr, nothing
Anything
happens?
happen to the satyr?
The
Oh,
satyr
this is
now no
horrible.
longer has a rose bush coiled around him.
Okay. He is
But
But he is
I have
still
the feeling that we just did something really bad.
he's still stoned.
Hey, last chance. Anybody got? Does anybody have any sort of spell, cantrip, or anything that can reduce the size of the?
No.
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 I can't think of anything.
We got.
You
a
guys do
rogue
have-
in the party.
You guys do have like you're like 7th level. You do have 4th level spells at this point, I think, but I don't know if anyone has anything prepared that would be relevant.
Grease.
Let's see.
That's an old spell.
Velena, let me check Velena's spells. She has Thunder Wave.
In this moment, I will be like,
Yeah, I don't think Kelsey's
don't
actually
think that
prepared any
we necessarily-
spells of 4th level on here.
What was that?
I don't think that we necessarily have to figure this all out today. In fact, I'd like the chance
No.
to rest and
I was
I've
hoping to
got
play in the
something
pipe
to
might
be
actually
able-
preview.
hopefully help, like, at least a couple of the people over there that
Oh, we do a long rest.
if we do a long rest. I don't mean you have to do it now. I'd like to continue to investigate the area, but I would I think that I could come better prepared tomorrow or after
I'm
our
fine with
rest.
those. Yeah, I'm fine with Okay, we can continue checking out anything else we have here. And
So
then we'll plan on doing a long rest.
Kelsey has 4 spell slots that she has not yet prepared. And as a 4th level spell, she does have Stone Shape, so she could probably use Stone Shape to change the pose of the statue if she wanted, without hurting it.
That would be pretty
That'll
cool.
work.
So she could do that if you want to have her prepare and cast that.
Yep. Just loosen that grip
Still
enough
be-
and get those pipes out of there.
Be petrified.
It's
but
up to you, Emmett, since you know her better than any of us.
She's a team player more than anything, so okay, yeah.
It is true.
Mhm.
Mind you, she only gets 1 4th level spell a day, so this will be her.
Oh no, guys, no, it's so not worth it. It's really
But we're
not.
gonna long rest. We're gonna long rest when we.
Even then, I think this is just a mundane flute that just shows that this is
Right.
a petrified creature. I don't think this is anything special. Though if we do see an environmental thing that shows that we might need to like play a flute or something, we already have one. Like Veneto knows how to play flute and he has one.
It is true. He's got a magic one, actually.
Yep, I do.
Okay.
All right. Just remember.
Okay. I mean we can come back to it if we really need to, but I don't think this is anything.
Okay.
If we could like unpetrify this guy, that would be better, but
I was thinking
I
of
would love to
playing
be
the-
able to, but that would be something
Yeah.
beyond the power of
Yeah, I'm
of
looking
what I can
through.
do.
I'm looking
Yeah.
through her magic. I don't think dispel magic ends petrification.
No, unless your restoration doesn't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be greater restoration.
Right.
Oh, all right, fine. What's next?
She does have speak
Well, in
with.
the
She
water-
does have speak with plants available as a 3rd level spell. Trying to see if
Dr.
there's anything else that's interesting that she knows. All right. So where would you guys like to go from here?
Go back to the axe, right?
To that thing? All right. You guys trot back over there to this, and let me see what that is.
Can I take a bathroom break real quick?
Yeah, let's pause this, and we can all do the biobit break thing. Done. All right, we are mostly still alive. Possibly not for much longer. And I've got the wrong music playing, I think.
This little thing is going to be the death of us, whatever it is.
Whatever it is. So you are gathered around this little thing rising up from the river. You see, it is a marble fountain, which rises up from a plinth on the bank of the stream, and it's overflowing with time-frozen water that spills from the mouths of sculpted animals. The frozen spray surrounding the fountain creates rainbows in the air around it. It is lovely.
How many frozen animals? How many animals?
Any pennies in the fountain?
Let's
Five,
say there's 4 blue marks on it. Let's say 4 on the sides and then 1 on the top.
There's 5.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Thanks for the service. Listen.
Are there any coins in the fountain?
Kill them.
Let's see what's in there. So your detect magic spell was just about to crap out when you see that it's got an aura of transmutation magic around it. So yeah, it's got an aura of transmutation magic around the fountain, and the magic of this fountain still functions even though its waters appear frozen in time. And that's about when your detect magic craps out on you,
Okay.
unless you want to recast it.
No.
The transmutation, it just changes things, or it has changed itself?
It changes
Well, you're-
things to other things.
It changed
Technically,
water
yes.
to wine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case. It's been a very dry evening.
Yeah. So yeah, much like with the stream itself, you can like mold this water almost as if it's like putty or something like that. You do know, so that, which is kind of cool, kind of creepy, kind of cool.
This might have an effect kind of like a decanter of endless water. Like maybe it's just generating water. Well, no, that would have been evocation, though. Never mind.
I would think that would be conjuration, wouldn't it?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of overlap there.
Yes, for certain. So yeah, it looks like this is probably the fountain that feeds this stream. But it's much like everything else here. It appears to be frozen in time.
That's all I see about this thing right now.
Let's start to see about
let's
it.
see here.
It's a transmutation magic. You guys want to keep looking around or what?
Yeah, let's keep looking.
I think
Unless is there something that you really want to do with the fountain?
No.
Yeah, you don't really see any. If there's any coins in there, they're like buried in the depths of the fountain, which is kind of hard to see because when water froths around, it typically comes like full of bubbles and cloudy. So you can try and push your hand through and see if you can feel any coins or anything inside.
Hey, Wexley.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it.
I was just thinking that robbing an enchanted fountain in a Fey world is probably the worst thing you could do.
I mean, I'm sure there's
It's
worse
probably
things you
up
could
there.
do, like burning down the entire garden. That would probably be
Yeah.
worse. But
Hey,
Oh,
I did ask about the coins early on. I'll go fishing around there and see what I can find.
Okay, so it's like it's like pushing your hand into thick dough. You're a strong dude though, so you can do it. Give me a investigation check to see if you find, or a perception check to see if you are able to locate anything interesting down in there.
All right. Give me a second. Basic perception.
Oh, John is on the move.
How do I do it? Yeah, there we go. 17, 22.
22. All right. So you push your hand down in there, and you end up fishing out. Looks like a handful of coins. They seem to be from all sorts of different currency systems, though. Like you find some that are like square with rounded holes in the center. You find some that are stamped with the visage of like kings and queens, and there's others that look like they're almost like it's bits of amber set into like pieces of like ring-shaped electrum. So there's all sorts of different currencies that, and you're guessing that, much like the guests here, these must be from all sorts of different worlds unknown to you.
Well, look,
I'll
this one
just
says E
keep a
pluribus.
handful and put them in a pouch somewhere.
Right. And also, before we move on too far, and before we go too far, I do want to talk to the builder, because that's one thing I can do.
Okay.
So, we'll finish searching around here, and then maybe I'll give that a try and see if that works.
Okay.
Anyway, so are we done with the fountain? We'll go take a look at the pond over there, or
Yeah, because we know that the crown is at the bottom of that pond, right? With that lake. That's what Envy told us anyway.
Do we
Yeah.
want to talk to the deer first, though? The stag?
yeah,
Before
we
we
can
even
talk
go?
to that first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the stag's in the opposite tower, right? Over here.
And the stag is
Yeah.
rat.
It appears to be the case.
Well, hopefully not hostile.
I don't see any. I mean, his name's Wrath.
I know, right?
I don't see any stairs like on the other one, so
Did we get closer?
maybe.
Okay, so you guys, which way did you want to approach? Did you want to? There's a little bridge over here you could
Go
cross.
over here, come up, yeah, or go that way.
If you run really fast, you can go right across the top of the water.
Yeah. So
Hey, now that's an idea.
That's an idea, yeah.
it is an idea. You wanna
I mean,
try?
it is like, it's probably like walking on a non-Newtonian surface, right?
Frozen in time.
All right, I'm gonna try and do that right
Dude, I ain't
here.
missing
Okay, so you're just going to try and run across the water here.
Yeah, totally just gonna Shin from Remo Williams' The Adventure Begins this. I know very
I'm not
few
familiar
people
with that.
probably know that one. It's cool.
All right, so I'm assuming you're trying to Naruto run across the water or something like that.
Mine's cooler.
That's cool. That seems easily believable because Naruto running looks kind of dorky, but
Yeah, no,
All right.
Shin was awesome.
all right. So you try to dash across the water. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics? Okay.
Mhm.
Four.
So, as you start running across the water, it is yielding because it is not a solid surface, and you start sinking. You start sinking
God.
into it, and you sort of, as your feet like sink into it, you just sort of face plant forward into it, and end up on your hands and knees, and you're kind of sinking into it. But it's not so deep that you think you're going to you're up to drown, but this did not go quite as well as you might have hoped.
Stuart, can you help me, please? I'm stuck.
I'll reach in and yank his furry butt up out of there.
All right, so You, I assume you're either jumping over it or circumnavigating it rather than traipsing through the water yourself, or?
I'm not putting my feet in that water.
All right. So we'll just assume that he circumnavigates it across this
So-
little bridge, and he
After, sorry, I have just a quick question. After being like partially submerged in this really viscous water, is it like, is he like wet? Like, is he like?
He looks
dripping
like
wet, or
he's
is it like.
he looks kind of like he's batter dipped, except that it's water.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like,
Yeah. Now, what's interesting is when Stuart, because Stuart's strong enough that he can easily lift even a half-drowned rabbit out of the
It's a
river.
lot of wet fur.
So when he picks him up and he pivots around, once you clear the nearby vicinity of the river, all of the doughy water resumes acting like normal water, and you suddenly get drenched.
Me and you both, because
But yeah, once the solid water is about 5 feet or so away from the stream, it resumes acting like normal water, and it soaks him and then he's dripping now on the ground.
So, I'll press the invitation you.
thank you.
All right, so Venito turns the hairdryer on him and fluffs him up. Pretty good.
Eyes really fluffy bunnies.
Fluffy bunny. Oh, in Boy Scouts, that's when you just kept cramming more and more marshmallows in your mouth, and you had to try and say fluffy bunny until you couldn't anymore. It was kind of gross.
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed to chew.
I have to teach Paxton that in Boy Scouts.
That was kind of gross. Kind of gross. So, you fish him out of the river. I'm assuming you guys are just going to continue around this pond clockwise at this point?
Well, that gives me an idea on how to get to the crown if it is indeed still at the bottom of that pond.
Someone more agile.
No, I was thinking someone with a shovel.
Possibly. Let me read you the description of the pond. So, willow trees encircle this sheltered pond. Lily pads dot the mirror-like surface of the water, and hungry dragonflies dart about, attempting to feed on the motionless fireflies that form an unmoving cloud above the still water. So
We got to unfreeze the water to get to the crown.
Unless we dig to it.
well, I
So-
did have an idea.
did you?
Digging through yellow.
What's your idea?
What if, and this is a big what if, so if someone is willing to risk this, we could potentially tie someone down with a rope, and then if they just hold their breath, they'll eventually sink to the bottom, presumably, right?
But you said the crown is
well-
down there, right?
Presumably.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I got an idea too.
We don't know
But you-
exactly where.
So if someone goes down there and they figure out where the crown is, or if they're able to collect it, they could do so, and then we could use the rope to hand pull them back up.
Can we see the
Yes, but
crown?
then they're still going to be covered in this water and not be able to
So-
breathe.
If you guys want to approach the lake, you can make perception checks to attempt to see.
Yes, I
the
will
crown.
do that. I will do that.
Right.
Yes,
So-
I will do that as well.
You, did you want to approach it like here or from the north side? Any particular spot?
No.
You don't really care. Okay. So,
I'm safe
Um,
from where you're at right now.
Easiest place to see the crown is
all
right.
right. So you walk up to the nearest bank of it, and you're looking down there. It looks like it must be fairly deep in the center though, because
Oh no!
you can see like koi that are like frozen in the pond up close. But the further out you look, it's the center of it is fairly dark, and you can't actually see the bottom past about maybe 10, 15 feet. Oh, that's right. These are 10-foot squares. So yeah, after about 10, 15 feet out, you can't see the bottom anymore. So
Damn.
it slopes
my
off
trap.
pretty good.
I get my
I
grappling
have-
hook and leap out.
I have a possible solution.
Well, wait a second. Before we do that, maybe we just
I'll
talk.
take grappling
Oh,
hook.
it would be a tomorrow solution.
Okay.
It's again, this is predicated on the fact that I would need a long rest to be able to prepare this, but I do have the ability to control water.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
But
Interesting.
it is one of my more powerful abilities. So I would
Can
only
y'all
be
hear
able.
me?
What was that?
Yeah, yeah, John, what's up?
It's Mike. I have a grappling hook
Okay.
Hmm.
with
Good
a
fishing.
rope.
All
I'm
right.
thinking about going fishing. If we can't do something else metaphysical, I'll just do physical.
Okay.
Well, I actually have fishing tackle that we could, if that helps in any way, shape, or form.
That's just going to sit on top of that jello. I'm talking about a metal grappling hook.
Right, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
we're trying to
thinking of-
catch a crown, not a creature.
I agree, but there may be something in that tackle that might help. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
If we're looking for non-magical solutions.
Did you have any ideas, John?
No, not right off. I'm just thinking, if
I
he
was thinking-
has controlled water and we have the grappling hook, then he might be able to move the water enough to
Yep.
get through the thicker water with the grappling hook together.
I was thinking if I could see the crown, I could Misty Step to it, grab it, Misty Step back.
However, a grappling hook's not going to have. That's only 10 feet. 10 feet plus diagonal down, maybe 20 foot. Yeah, it should do. There should be enough rope.
All right. I say we
So-
talk to the heart, the deer, the stag, or whatever first before we do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, totally. And also, after we talk to the stag, give him a rest so we can get. Do you have controlled water ready, or just we'd have to?
No,
study
it is a tomorrow solution.
Yeah.
Yeah, long rest to prepare it.
Yeah,
Yes.
talk to the stag.
Gotcha.
I know that.
But one of the things I can literally do with it is part water like I'm Moses.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know who Moses is.
Hey, Erin.
Part
Yeah, no,
water,
no, no.
grappling hook to fish it out of there, and we're good.
Hey, Erin, did you have any thoughts on what Pickle would like to do?
Mhm.
Good question. Where's Pickle?
I think she fell asleep on the couch. It's okay. She's not feeling great.
Okay,
Oh,
no worries.
bless her.
Emmett, is there anything that Valena would like to do in this instance?
Let me check her sheet real fast. I think we might be able to make something work.
Not a good preacher.
No, just one of the reasons I don't go to church.
I don't go to church either.
I don't either. But that's because most preachers are not that entertaining, and that's part of what their job is supposed to be.
I just philosophically disagree with organized religion at this point. So,
Yes, agreed.
were you saying anything, John? It looked like your mouth was moving, but I didn't hear you.
I said I agree with you, Michael, on the organized religion. That's what.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, guys, maybe she could like wild shape into a fishy or something.
They should
Oh,
get
yeah.
stuck in the water.
Yeah, she could probably do that.
Well, you know, you can still move through it if she's strong enough. Like,
She had a
eel.
big enough creature.
She could turn into a sea serpent.
What about a gator? Can she do a?
she's a level
alligator?
7 druid. Hold on, let me take a look at
That'd
what's.
be awesome.
It's like a quarter CR, right? Is what she could turn into.
Let's take a look at her character sheet here.
I don't think a crab would be
She might
strong
be.
enough.
She might be at a half now.
Oh, a crab can about pull a freaking wheel out.
Wild
steel wheel out.
shape.
Crabs can be
So
quite-
she
Either
is,
one of those would be nice.
So yeah, she could do max half CR on no flying speed. The example it gives is actually a crocodile.
Yeah, that would
There you
be probably.
That would
strong
do
enough to swing-
That'd
to swim
be
in that.
perfect. They
Or
can-
an
Okay.
ape. Apes can swim pretty good.
So so Valena's going to wild shape into a crocodile with a unicorn horn.
Well, do we want to do that now or talk?
Or a reef shark, guys.
Yeah, that would also be
Yeah,
cool.
stuff with its mouth.
Are they freshwater?
Sea lion.
Also not.
A crocodile is.
I don't know that she's ever seen a sea lion, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
fair.
if-
That's fair.
I feel like
The
you guys went through a
crocodiles
swamp. You guys went through a swamp earlier. I feel like a crocodile is a reasonable assumption.
Yeah, or a
Alligator.
giant seahorse, guys. No,
Yeah,
alright,
yeah.
crocodile.
crocodile.
All right. So Valena transforms into a crocodile and
Going with this now.
sort of swaggers into the pond and starts.
She does like the crocodile thing where they like lift their upper jaws up, to, like breathe a little bit. And
Mhm.
it's almost like she's smiling at us, and then she goes.
All right.
Bull shark,
As,
good one too.
As she touches the water,
She explodes.
oh, we just heard an explosion outside. Fireworks. Jolly. Bum bum bum.
I was so correct.
So
They say every time it
the
cracks down.
surface of the lake explodes as a delicate hand made of water, black as winter's night, silently breaks the water's surface. The hand clutches a crown made of silver needles, and below the hand, under the surface, a school of shimmering black fish takes on a vaguely humanoid form.
Oh no.
Yes.
So
Hello?
there's a watery hand holding up a crown made of silver thorns.
Strange women
Or silver
lying
needles.
in ponds distributing swords. It's not as.
There's a severed arm in the crocodile's mouth with a
Help,
crown.
help.
I guess she's gonna swim over there and get it.
So yeah,
I don't
if you
know
want,
about that.
I mean, Valena could certainly swim over there and get it, and she could hold the crown on her little horn.
Oh, by the way, I cast Death Ward on her earlier.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I'm gonna
That
try to
was-
address. I'm gonna try to address the fish swimming in this humanoid figure.
What
Hello?
language? What language are you using?
Sylvan.
Sylvan. Okay. So you're saying hello?
Yes.
The hand which is holding the crown just waves its fingers at you slightly.
It drops the crown away.
No, it's
Yeah.
holding the crown. It's kind of holding the crown sort of like this and just waving.
It's like a ring.
It just dropped it. It's gone forever now.
The ring girl.
Can we have that? That thing you're holding.
And it just sort of rotates its hands and it gives you a thumbs up.
You're right. Could you just give it to our crocodile there? She's going to swim towards you.
So as the crocodile gets closer, the hand just sort of reaches out and gently places the crown on the
Horn.
unicorn horn protruding from
Beautiful.
Croclena's forehead.
A croc.
Thank you.
Is it an Alalena or is it a Crocalina?
I think it's a Croclena.
Yeah.
And after
How do you tell?
after it places the crown on Valena, the hand then slips gracefully back
What
beneath
was it?
the water and disappears.
Well,
Rocket.
that was easy.
Oh,
rock.
easier than expected.
I'm gathering the idea that maybe this isn't supposed to be so difficult. That this is a failsafe. Like, I think the complication may be the question.
So,
I have to agree, yes.
so Valena returns to the shore with the crown. Would she resume her Eladrin form or stay as a crocodile?
She'll probably stay as a crocodile for a little bit, then like do the little crocodile smile again.
Oh, she definitely gives a smile.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
She almost she
I'm
smiles
not
almost
gonna be
like
standing next.
she smiles, and it's almost like a dog that's like pleased with itself and looking for approval.
On work.
Mm-hmm. The crown does look fairly prickly and uncomfortable, but you know she's got thick crocodile skin right now, so she's not shedding any crocodile tears. But it looks like if there any of the rest of you wanted to handle this, you probably want to make sure you're wearing like a gauntlet or a thick glove or something, because it looks extremely prickly and not great.
Is anyone opposed to me just holding this with a mage hand so we don't get poked?
No, just let her wear it.
It looks uncomfortable on her. Like if I'd be poking her in the head.
Let's see. Is she able to speak while she's in
No.
that form?
Nope.
Unless, yeah.
Well, maybe it's just
Circle the
speaking
shepherd. Oh, speech of the woods. You learn to speak, read, and write Sylvan, and beasts can understand your speech, and you gain the ability to decipher noises and emotions.
That's just for understanding animals. I believe.
Yeah. I know. I think the updated druid can actually speak while in wild shape.
Oh.
Oh wait, she's got telepathy.
Oh.
She's got telepathy from doing the unicorn thing. So yeah, this glowing crocodile with the unicorn horn. She says into your mind, Pip. She says, I can hear a gentle voice on the wind. In Sylvan, it says, and she says, write this down. She says, the beginning of whenever, the end of ever after, the start of an age, the finale of every moment, and the first in history.
Oh no, I can't write that fast.
Can't write that fast either.
All right, I will type it. I will type it into the chat. Actually, I might be able to copy and paste it from the adventure if I had it open. Where did I put it?
There.
Where'd it go? Oh no! What have I done? I thought that was
Nice. What was that? Kroll reference earlier.
I thought it was going to open a new tab, but I fucked up. All right.
It was one of my favorite movies.
That was a great movie. Way underrated.
When do we get the Crow Blade?
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
I mean,
That thing is awesome.
Background music, I got Crocodile Rock loaded up. So
Wow. Witchlight. Exploring the palace. Let's see.
Name of the blade. Did it blade? No, it had a specific. It wasn't.
This has got to be some sort of clue for which
It's not a glaive.
piece
It's not a glaive. It's not all a
to
glaive.
give this crown.
Oh, it's blade. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah. Because I was so confused forever because I thought that's what a blade was.
That's what I did too. Is I started playing D&D and we get all these long swords with the halberd in the end of glaive.
Yeah.
Like what? No, the glaive is the thing you throw.
Uh-huh.
No, that's not it at all.
Yeah, I'd actually heard of the historical term of a glaive before I ever saw Kroll, and I was like, why are they calling it a glaive? And same thing when I saw Blade, I was like, why is he calling his throwing thing a glaive? That's
Blade, the movie, called it that too.
yeah. He called his like throwing thing that he used. He called it the glaive,
Oh,
Yeah.
now was that from the
which should not be confused with to blave.
Now, does anybody know if he called it that in the comics too, or is that just specific?
know.
For the movie?
No
Because I'm
idea.
wondering if they called it a glaive in that movie because they called it a glaive in
That was my thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
And one person got it wrong. Now everybody's got it wrong.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
They had it wrong for centuries until we got the 80s, and then it was right.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was wrong calling the other thing a glaive until Kroll came out and corrected it,
Correct.
and now we have the right word. True.
Let's see. What are you making of that, Emmett? I know you're contemplating it.
I think it has to do with who we should give this crown to, either Envy or Wrath.
Okay.
The
I'm not sure though.
If you guys wanted to look, if you guys wanted to look at this, I posted it in the NPC's notes channel on Discord.
Thank you.
Voice
I was
from the
just looking.
crown, the beginning of whenever.
Because it looks like it's going from first to last to first to last to first again. So all the odd numbers ones are like
the end of ever after, the start of an age, the finale of every moment, the first in history. Oh, the beginning of whatever, W. The end of ever after, R. The start of an age, A. The finale of every moment, T. And the first in history, H.
All right, you have inspiration for solving that puzzle, Stuart.
incredible. Good job.
Nice. Very nice.
Wrath.
It's Wrath. We have to give the crown to Wrath.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Did a
Well,
good thing.
well done. Let's see.
Good job.
It is it's 10:30 at this point. Erin's passed out. The rest of us are pretty low energy from having had a hellacious week. Do we want to leave off here with this success and resume next time, or do we want to keep pushing on?
Yeah, I'm fine with.
I think
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
I've got an extra hour in me, so
I think John's ready to go. He's not feeling well. Erin's definitely not feeling well.
It's been a week.
I'm-
You're not really doing great.
I'm low on energy. I'm on a new medication, and
Yep. My other
Super tired.
partner's with her dying mother, so.
yeah, it's a rough week.
bless.
I'd contemplated canceling today, but I wanted to push through and at least run. But
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you.
Same here.
It
Yeah.
was needed. Thank you so much. It means a lot because it's been a shit month.
Well, this is probably going to be the last time I'm able to stay the whole time too, because of the way my work schedule's working.
Oh, that's
it
right.
means a lot to me to play tonight.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. It's okay. You guys don't have to hang in. I've gotten my fill tonight. I'm okay. But
all right.
I really do appreciate that.
Play by mail notes to fill in, so if you can only attend part time.
Okay, doke. All right. Well, we will resume in 2 weeks' time, which would be what would that be? The Ides.
All right.
The Ides of November.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Since you just got inspiration, we're ending. Yeah, you keep your inspiration for next time. That's fair.
Yay. Can I keep my inspiration?
Sure. Fine.
Yay.
You guys.
I will not keep mine.
Okay, fine. I mean, you could have used it when you face planted, but you didn't, and you could have used it at the other spot, but you didn't. So I mean, you had opportunities.
I mean,
You had opportunities.
I'll erase it. I'll play.
It's okay. All right, we will reconvene in 2 weeks. Hope you guys all have.
no, he was talking about me, not
Yeah.
y'all.
Hopefully the next 2 weeks are less onerous than this one has been.
So
So.
we got the election in the middle of all that.
We do have an
Oh, my
election coming up next week.
And on what my other partner's mom does.
I got you, dude. Yeah, my uncle is like, I'm not sure if he's going to die or not. So we'll see.
We know that she's going to. It's literally a matter of when. So.
Well, feel free to call Jacob, I guess, because that's
If he was in Pennsylvania, that would help.
well, that'd be a long drive. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in about 2 weeks, and
All right.
till then, take care.
Indeed.
Adios.
Good game, y'all.
You guys as well.
Great job on figuring out puzzles because
Yes.
I suck at it.
Very
Yeah.
good job on the wrath thing. I literally was looking at this thing trying to figure it out, and I just figured it out.
Yeah. Good job, Mike.
Impressive.
Yeah,
All
very
right.
good job, Mike.
Being in the group.
All right. Take it easy.
Yeah. Bye.
Night.